This video will show you how to remove the front bumper on 2017 through 2022 F-250s.
All right guys, now right before we get into the installation here, just a couple things I want to reiterate. Make sure you have the proper equipment to adequately support this bumper as we start undoing the bolts that support it. These bolts here and here on either side of both tow hooks are actually bolts. They might look like nuts, but they're actually bolts. So once those are removed, there is nothing supporting this bumper to the frame. It's not resting on top of like a lip or a shelf or anything like that. So you want to make sure that you have also the help of at least one other person who can maybe hold this bumper as you're undoing these bolts. They will be partially supported by the tow hooks here because the tow hooks are attached directly to your frame rails, but I wouldn't rely on that solely to hold the bumper up because it might also want to come forward as well. So make sure you have some help and maybe a floor jack or some jack stands or some sturdy wood boxes or something like that that you can stack up underneath this to support this, just as a safety note. So let's go ahead, we're gonna start with the air dam. All right guys, first off, we're gonna start here on the passenger side. You have this bolt up top here, and all the other ones are on the underside until we get to the other end where there's another one on top just like this one, and they should all be 8mm. All right guys, now we're switching to the underside here. You might wanna use a swivel socket if you're using a electric tool like I am. It's a little tight on the edge here because of the curve of the air dam. Now I'm going to leave this one in a couple of threads just to support the air dam so it's not flopping down on me as we're undoing the rest of these. And again, I'm going to leave that one a couple threads on as well. All right guys, I'm just going to do these last bolts here that I have finger tight. All right guys, now on both ends of the bumper, we're gonna take out these two bolts that attach this bracket. It's kind of a support bracket for the end of your bumper to the frame of your truck. And you're gonna need a 15mm socket to get these out. And I'm also using a swivel because of the bracket up here. Then do the same thing over on the passenger side. All right guys, now you wouldn't necessarily need to take the air dam off if you have multiple helpers who could hold the bumper while you remove the bolts, but we're showing it to you. The manufacturer recommends taking the air dam off your bumper to prevent any damage to it. It's plastic, it's susceptible to being cracked or otherwise broken as you're working with it here. And I have a floor jack with a wood block supporting the center of the bumper here as I'm kind of demonstrating this to you by myself. And so we're gonna go after these bolts here. You might have plastic cover pieces covering the bolt heads. Our truck does not, so I can't show you how to remove those, but they should just pop right out. So you're gonna need an 18mm socket to get these bolts out. And with the last one on this side, I'm going to be careful to bring this one out slowly and just to see what my bumper wants to do, just to be safe. And I re-threaded a bolt back down in the bottom there because there's a nut plate behind here that is just spinning as I work the top bolt. So if you thread that bolt back in there, that'll keep it from spinning and back. Now we're going to loosen the top one a little bit more. All right, now we have our bumper adequately supported. We're gonna move to the other side. All right, guys, now I have a friend here who's just kind of steadying the other side of the bumper here. We're gonna remove these bolts. I recommend taking the top one out. Like I said before, that'll prevent it from spinning around the nut plate on the backside. Now with those bolts removed, you should be able to just lift the bumper away.
Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Ford trucks, keep it here at AmericanTrucks.com.